Hello everyone, it's SteamBoy27. This is actually post-commentary of the commentary you will be hearing later. The reason is because I forgot something, so I had to go and load a earlier save state before I completed the tournament, because if you do, you will be able to do something special. If you continue to talk to Mick, you get this prompt: why are you bugging me so much? And he lets you breed his monster to get him off his back. So the one I want to breed with him is Posh, believe it or not. Unfortunately, Posh will, the monster that comes out of this combination will learn Massacre, but I can deal with that, that's fine. I really recommend you breed it with something of the Devil family, for a very good reason. And it is worth it. It is really good. You don't get many chances to breed with the Lizard Man, and this is probably one of the most compatible combinations you'll want to get. I'll go over it in a monster bio later, since this episode is completely filled with monster bios. Wait till you see the rest of the episode, Mick. We will show you what for. Alright everyone, this is SteamBoy27. Not wishing you a bright tomorrow, that's for the end of this episode, but you know, just stuff. Just make sure you do this before you fight Mick in the tournament, which is the next thing we're going to do. Other than that, the time records will be a little different, but the levels and the stats and the things like that, they will all be the same. So, I'll see you in a second, in the past, but in the future of this game. It's complicated, I know. Hello everyone, it's SteamBoy27. I finally got a Dragon Kid. As you can see, it has Fire Air, Sleep Air, and Dodge, and Sleep Air is just like Sleep All, except you can get it earlier, and it's an air-type move. Dragon Kid's okay. You can use two Dragon Kids to create a dragon, so that's pretty good. The Dodge ability, it's pretty case-by-case basis. If the enemy targets your Dragon Kid, like if they all attack it, then it's useful, but if they just spread their attacks or use lots of multi-targeting spells, then it becomes useless. So the Dragon Kid, meh, you get a dragon anyway, so I would say that the Dragon Kid is actually not that useful. Oh well. Along my travels, I found a wing snake. It was in an enemy group, by the way. It knows High Jump, Squall Hit, and Poison Gas. Poison Gas being Poison Air. Horks also have this move. This monster is very unusual for the dragon family because it has nothing fire related at all. It just has High Jump, Squall Hit, and Poison Gas. High Jump being a move like Charge Up, except that you fly high in the sky and nothing can affect you except for other air skills. Squall Hit has already been explained. It does what you think it does. And Poison Gas just inflicts poison. So the Wing Snake is not very powerful in terms of skills. Mostly, the Wing Snake is good just for attacking, apparently. What you can do, though, is that the Wing Snake, I believe, you can use to create another monster, which I'm going to do, and eventually I will show you. But other than that, the Wing Snake is, again, a weird monster and not that useful in the field, especially since poison is better on long term, and poison gas is not necessarily the best way to get poison on an enemy. A monster that I bred together was a Florijay, and it has the moves Speed, Beast Cut, and Life Song. Beast Cut is case-by-case basis, obviously. Speed increases your speed, and it eventually becomes Speed Up, which is a multi-hitting one, which means it affects every single member of your party, which makes it very good, especially if you want to get your moves out first. This is important when it comes to doing debuffs and status elements and other things like that. But what the Florijay is really good at is its ability to use the Life Song. What the Life Song is that it plays, if you use the skill, the Florijay will start singing, and it takes at least 2 turns to finish the song, and when the song is finished, your party members will come back to life. So it's pretty good. If you can see ahead of time and predict that your other buddies will die, you can play the Life Song early, and then once they die, they can come back to life. Of course, that should never really be the goal when it comes to doing something, but in the field, say, if you were fighting a very weak monster, you could just have the Florijay use the Life Song, and all your buddies would come back to life. So it's pretty good long term. It's just that you won't be able to heal immediately. So give or take, whatever you do, I like the Florijay simply because it has the speed of ability. I got this Blizzardy from another traveling warrior, and I got it. The Blizzardy is very interesting. It has the instant death spell Beat, which, well, I just explained. It's instant death. If it hits, they die. It also has Ice Slash and Frigid Air, which is pretty good. It's made out of a bird and Iceman, which is, in my opinion, a bad decision. You should definitely not use an Iceman to make a Blizzardy. There are sources online that can tell you how to get a Blizzardy yourself, or you can catch one from an enemy. But other than that, it's just the polar opposite of the Phoenix, no pun intended. So if you need ice instead of fire, just go for a Blizzardy. I finally got me a Bean Man, and it has the moves Rob Magic, Twin Hits, and Map Magic. The Bean Man is an example of a monster that is not good on its own, but rather it's very effective in breeding. The skill's Rob Magic is not that useful. However, Twin Hits, which is a skill that doubles your ally's attack power, is extremely useful. However, when you use Twin Hits, I don't think... No, wait, never mind. Twin Hits is just awesome. That's all there needs to be said. The move Map Magic is just like the map herb you find on the screen. If you use Map Magic, you can see the entire map. So if you don't have a Beast Tail yet, you can use the Map Magic instead, and you can save a little money. Eventually, though, you probably do want to get the Beast Tail. I also picked up that Evil Seed I saw earlier. It has the moves Clean Cut, which is a super effective move on material types, Paralyze, which is like Nap Attack except it paralyzes an enemy, and Radiant, which blinds the enemy. No idea how it can use Radiant, but oh well. The Paralyze ability, it's okay as long as you know what you're fighting. Like, Paralyze is not very effective on material types, but it's like really effective on beast types and such like that. So you're gonna have to experiment and see what's good and what's not. Because it has Paralyze and Radiant, I guess the Evil Seed is pretty good at crowd control. The Clean Cut, not so useful. At least not for the Evil Seed anyway. But other than that, it's pretty good. And another special monster that I got from a traveling warrior was the Copycat. It is a monster that I should not have gotten this early in the game. However, I got it, therefore it's fair game, you can get it. It can disguise itself as any creature and then mimic their moves. So it has the move Transform, Odd Dance, and Imitate. Odd Dance, you know what it does, not that useful. Imitate, I've already gone through it. It does any move that has been done to it back at the enemy. And then Transform is like the Ditto from Pokemon. What happens when you transform is that you take every single stat of the enemy and make it your own, including their skills. That means that the skills that the Copycat has itself will not be usable after the Copycat transforms. So essentially the Copycat only needs to have the transform skill in order to be effective. Unfortunately, the Copycat I got from the enemies on the world map did not come with transform, and its skills are not as good as I thought it would be, nor are its stats, which means I am probably not going to be able to take advantage of transform for a while. But oh well, later on in the game, the Copycat is one of the best boss bashers in the game, simply because later on bosses will be able to break the HP barrier, and like the highest HP you can have is 999, but the let's see. And if the Copycat copies an enemy, their HP max will become 999, as well as all their obscenely awesome stats, which makes the Copycat pretty awesome. But right now, the abilities of the Copycat are not as easily appreciated, so I can go over that some other day. The last monster I got, which is one I just got like 5 seconds ago by combining my monster with Tato finally. I combined my Bean Man with his Iceman, and I got the Amberweed, which ironically also learns Twin Hits. But more importantly, the Amberweed learns Barrier and Magic Wall, which are both, I believe, magic blocking skills you can use to reflect or just block the enemy's attacks. I think Barrier blocks breath damage, while Magic Wall blocks magic damage, making the Amberweed a pretty good nullifying party member. Really good in arena battles. But it's an egg right now, so I'm not going to be able to use it at this very moment, but maybe later on I'll be able to showcase support moves rather than offensive moves. Alright, here we are at the arena, and here's my setup. I have Jack the Slime Knight, Jay the Florajay, and Hale. Oh, Hale, he's a veteran. And these are the skills that my guys have. Jack has Increase, Heal More, Fire Bane, which are his standard moves, but he also inherited the Cyclic, Stop Spell, Beast Cut, and Call Helm. Now what's useful about Cyclic is that if it hits, it lowers their defense down to 1. That's what they don't tell you. If the Cyclic hits, their defense is 1, which means they are sitting ducks for melee attacks. Combine that with something that has twin hits, and they are dead. The Florija, as I've already told you, wait, no, I have not told you. I made it from my Big Roost and my Stubsuck, making another crowd control character. It has Speed Up and Sleep Ball, which its best moves are Speed Up and Sleep Ball. It also has the Step Guard, Sandstorm, Zombie Cut, Vacuum Slash, Beast Cut, and Dodge. Beast Cut and Zombie Cut, not so useful. Vacuum Slash is good if you want him to attack, which I don't really, but because it has Sleep Ball and Sandstorm, it's pretty good. Hail is Hail. He only has these 2 moves, but we'll be able to rectify the situation some other time. I've realized now that when I do these monster bios, the music just sometimes cuts a lot. I don't know what to do. I really don't, because the way I'm doing things, I'm doing it the cheap way with Windows Movie Maker, and I can only have one audio file mixed in at one time, which means I either have narration with silence or narration with game noise, and I really don't know what to pick. It's kind of distressing, but I'll figure it out sometime soon. For now, we'll fight. And the first guy has a Saucer, Florija, and Mad Plant monster. The Saucer over there is very defensive, and you already know about the Florija since I did a bio on it. The Mad Plant over there, I'm not quite sure, but as usual, all plants are typically good at making status elements. Alright, now that we got some buffs, we can do this stuff. Yeah, the Saucer tried to cast a spell there, but I stopped him because I had Jack use Stop Spell. It didn't work. Oh well. Firebane. Firebane is like Blaze Air, but the magical type. Alright, we got... I think that's enough defense for now. Oh, that's what the Mad Plant does. I forgot. It does Sap. Alright, let's have everyone attack now, since the sleeping is not going to work as well. The Saucer is, I believe, Beast type. Yeah, it's Beast type. It has Upper, Psych Up. It's a pretty good tank. But if I get one, I'll do a bio on it instead. Alright, no scratches, no scratches. Ooh, what are these? That thing has lots of... Oh, those are snakes. So what are these? It's Medusa Eye and Mad Gophers. So let's do the same thing. Everyone unmix. The Mad Gopher's a beast, so definitely it's going to fall asleep. There we go, see? I believe Medusa Eyes are devil type monsters. Or zombie type. I'm not quite sure. Alright, we nullified all their spells, so all we're gonna have to fear are some offensive attacks. Yeah, you can't cast Sap now, can you? That's what I thought. Stop Spell is really good. In the event that it doesn't work on an enemy though, it's good to have Magic Wall. Ooh, they woke up, so we're gonna have to have Jay try sleeping them again. Oh, it didn't work on the Medusa. Oh, that works. Dang, Hail. The good thing about having a monster like Hail for a long amount of time means that you can mold their personality to basically however you want. I've made Hail cool and calm, which means he's pretty good at everything. So he can get critical hits with offensive attacks, you can get critical hits on healing, you can get criticals on, well, he can't get criticals on anything else, but oh well. Criticals with magic. Okay, so like that guy said in the arena earlier, Mick has 2 Mad Cats and a Rogue Knight. The Mad Cats have Squall Hit, which means they can hit first, which I cannot really rectify. It's just, they're just gonna hit me. The Rogue Knight over there has Heal and Evil Cut, Evil Slash. So if I get hit with Evil Slash, I'm most likely going to die. I can't do anything about that, but oh well. Ah, they're beasts though, come on. Beasts can fall asleep. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, since they all use physical moves, it's best that I keep Jay and Hail on mix so that Jay can put them all to sleep constantly, and Hail can keep buffing our defense. Ugh. Oh, there's the increase working already. What I'd like to do is keep that Rogue Knight asleep until we can kill it, because that Rogue Knight can. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, it just slashed me. And if it hits, you're kind of dead. So let's keep putting him to sleep, and let's have Hale heal now. There we go. Yes, everybody sleep, please. Alright, now since everyone's sleeping, I can have everyone attack. Hopefully, we will kill that Rogue Knight, because the Rogue Knight is a problem. Apparently, we are attacking everything else but the thing I want to attack. Of course, there's some vacuum slash in action. And we win. Pretty fast. That's a pretty fast match. And you can see that even later on, Hale is still wicked useful. If you couldn't tell already, I believe my favorite monster in this game is Hale. I'm eventually going to get rid of him, but Hale is just really good. Alright, now we can go to C-Class and above. But apparently he takes it back. The Traveler's Gates in the Room of Strength and Anger seem strange. An enormous number of monsters are appearing out of nowhere. As the king, I cannot ignore this problem. Go to the Room of Strength and Anger immediately. Resolve the problem. I'm guessing that there are monsters coming out of the portal, I guess. Either that or that portal just happens to be flooded with monsters and we need to do some population control. I don't know. We'll figure that out next time. But for now, here's a little treat. Let's go back to the Queen's room. No, remember how Mick was over there? You know, talking about how awesome he was and stuff like that? Well, I bet he's pretty humbled now. Let's go see what he says. Yeah, I'm pretty curious. What levels are my guys? Wow, Hale is level 25. Hey, Mick. How you doing? Oh. Friendship? What's all this about friendship? Ooh, a Dead Knight. I would love to. But if we complete C-Class, we will not be able to breed our monsters with Mick. So you definitely want to do that before you do anything else. Oh, let's talk to these guys. I don't think I ever did. Yeah, these guys talk to you about monsters you will see in the gates that you're about to go to. Like, see this guy. There are giant worms, poison gons, giant slugs, catflies, eiders, future pups, and drac slimes in the Gate of Anger. Holy cow! There's a lot of new monsters. Battle Rex, huh? Evil Slash. And they're resistant to fire attacks, so Fire Bane's not going to be very useful. No, I don't think I have to go there. The room we're actually required to go through is the Gate of Anger, and you will not be able to go anywhere else except for that gate. You'll be able to go to the previous ones, but you will not be able to go to the Gate of Strength until you defeat the Battle Rex. So Hale's attitude has changed. Let's see that. One day, I'd like to become a monster who protects and assists others in battles and attacks enemies at the same time. That is awesome. I love that attitude. What kind of attitude is that? Oh my god, that is the Hot Blood? The Hot Blood is the best attitude in the game, and as you can see from his quote, he is just awesome. He is a dedicated soldier. Hale is my bro. Yes, that is awesome. So what do these guys say? They should learn from Hale's example. Hasty and ordinary. Well, ordinary is okay. Yep, that's right. That's a good attitude too, but what about you? Oh boy, the fight is always over before I get started. You know what? I am confident in my team's abilities and their personalities. Oh man, Hot Blood is so good. Hot Blood is awesome. Hot Blood is the best attitude in the game. See what? You know what? We'll talk about that next time. This is Steamboy27, wishing you a brighter tomorrow. Next time, we'll talk about monster personalities, as these guys spin around in panic. Have a good day, everyone.